We're talking to Victor Springer. That is correct?
I think so.
You think so? He's a trickster, you know. Anyway, and you came from the island of Barbados. And when did you come?
1954.
1954.
The 20, the 20th of August, I left Barbados and reached here on the 4th of September.
And when you came, were you invited to come to work in this country?
Invited?
Yeah, or
No, my let me tell you how I get here. You don't have to put this in. You haven't put this in, but I tell
no.
you.
Some things would be taken out. We're just talking, then some things in, some things out.
My uncle was in Coaba Lane, the most popular lane in Brixton.
Okay.
We're all Jamaicans and Barbadians, all West Indians together. So my uncle walking on what called Simulation Road. I don't know if you've ever heard of it.
Simulation Road?
Simulation
Road.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this chap looked at him and says, "Are you a Barbadian?" That's my uncle. He said, "Yes." He said, "No." He said, "Are you from the West Indies?" He said, "Yes." He said, "What part Barbados?" He said, "You're not from St. Andrew?" He said, "Yes." "What part St. Simons?" He says, "I'm from St. Simons." He says, "You have any sisters and brothers?" He said, "Yes." "I have Edna, I have Clayton." He said, "Have they got any children that I could send for one of them?" He said, "Yes." So that is so he sent the money for my parents to send me to England because they couldn't afford it. Well, I probably could afford it, but they have to borrow money. And that time, $500. $500 was a lot of money to them.
Yes, of course.
Yes, so he sent the money, and I went to England.
Okay.
So
you first went to London when you came here?
I left home at 20th August.
Mm-hmm.
Traveled through the Caribbean islands. Went to Trinidad first.
Okay.
Then Curacao. Then Venezuela.
Oh, okay.
Then Montserrat. And then from Montserrat straight to Plymouth on boat.
On board. Okay.
Yeah.
What was that journey like?
To me, it wasn't very pleasant.
Oh.
Very pleasant because that cheapest boat to sing and the chaps to be here bad. The chaps used to rip the girls, you know.
Oh dear.
A lot of girls left Barbados virgin when they got boat, they weren't virgins anymore.
Mm.
So even Muriel, her husband, sent for her after he came before her.
Mm.
He said, "You're not coming to me on a boat, you come to me on a plane."
On a plane.
So she came by plane. So anyway, I left Barbados 20th of August, got here 4th of September. I arrived at Plymouth. You reading that now? Or you just arrived at Plymouth and caught a train from Plymouth, the boat train from Plymouth to Paddington. My uncle collected me from there. So I got there a Friday, and the Monday I went out for a job. The first interview, Irish interview me said me that I too small. I was very small, you know. I don't know.
I know how you get so big now.
I was very tiny, and he says, "You're not old enough to work." I said, "Yes, I'm 21." He said, "Well, you haven't worked very hard." I said, "I work harder than you." Anyway, he didn't take me on. I went somewhere else and they took me on. So we used to work outside with they didn't have this scaffold tubes at the time.
Okay.
They used to have long sticks, like cedar tree sticks.
Okay.
And you just tie them together to make boxing for concrete. Make boxing for concrete. It was cool. I couldn't bear it, but I had to. So I used to get sacked regular because I couldn't get up in the morning in the cold weather. It was
Oh,
too cold.
it's too cool.
We get sacked regular, but because there was so much vacancy, you could get sacked today and tomorrow you get a job.
Mm.
So that was
That's the difference of back in the day, isn't it? That don't
yeah,
happen now.
yeah.
Mm.
And that time the ladies, the only job they could get is working at a
Okay.
laundrette, for £2 50 a week. £2 50 a week. They get.
How much was your rent then, where you lived?
Huh?
How much was your rent?
Well, I came to live at my uncle,
Oh, right, yes.
so my rent there was £1 a week.
Okay.
That was £1 a week in those days.
So £1.50 to live on.
Yeah. The houses didn't have no bathroom, no inside toilet. I was shocked when I asked my uncle where the bath is. He said, bath, give me a basin. I said, this is how I got a bed? He said, yes. I could cry. So anyway, they give me some warm water so I could wash. The, the, there was no heat. There was no heat in the room then.
Mm.
You used to wrap up your blanket and get 2 shakes. And get 2 shakes.
But what did you think
Huh?
coming from Barbados and that lovely weather to a country that you hear was paved with gold, to see that they got toilet outside and you have to have a basin? What went through your head?
Well, I didn't know what to think. I had it so rough in Barbados as a boy that I was
Mm.
glad to get away.
Okay.
My father said, work the ass, work the hell out of me. Talk about slave. I was a slave. I was a slave in Barbados, I tell you. The way my father worked me,
Mm.
especially crop season, heading cane for distance, a long distance, get a bundle cane side of the road from me. My father had land where nobody wanted land.
Mm.
All the good land, the plantation owners had the good land where they can drive a truck into the land and load the land, load the cane. But the poor people, land was far
It
away.
was far away. Okay. So the plantation owners had the best land
Yeah,
and you all had to go far.
yeah.
Okay.
So children so I tell you, about 9 years old, you used to head cane in crop
Mm.
season. In crop season, you get your vacation in crop season,
Yeah.
and your neighbors will hire you to head the canes by the road. So a 3 mile journey from where the canes are planted to the road. And
Gosh.
sometimes the canes just so long to get by the road. And sometimes the loss of the weight.
Oh,
Loss of the weight.
wait. Oh, dear. Anyway, I'm going to bring you back now to England. How come you ended up in Reading?
Reading, I didn't end up in Reading at all. I came to live at my uncle.
Right.
My uncle had a house in a road called Sherwin Road in Brixton.
Okay.
So I stayed there until I went in the army and came out.
Okay.
When I came out of the army, I was stationed at Reading, and so I lived at Dorothy and Chris.
Okay. Oh.
And then a lady by the name of can't remember her name now, that number 15 St. Street.
Okay.
I,
15 St. Anne Street.
yes, a Russian lady married to a Polish. They were very nice to me.
Mm.
And the Barbarians were living there. After a time, they got rid of them, and she said she would keep me only.
Okay.
So I was the only tenant she had, and she got rid of all the others. I don't know why, but she kept me. And I stayed there until I after I came out of the army,
Yes.
and then I came back to London
All right.
because when I was at Reading, I asked him if I could get a job in London as a carpenter. So I read the phone up, Paddington said yes, they'll take me on as a carpenter. So that was so I was working as a carpenter when I came in the army. Until I realized that the money was not enough, so I went to work for other contractors. Yes, yes, yes.
So when you came here, did you have a plan in your head that I'm going to come to England and I'm going to go back home in 5 years? A lot of people, when I speak to them, say we was only coming for a short while. Did you have any of those
I
thoughts?
didn't have those thoughts because I feel that there's no place that I could have to work as hard as I work in Barbados. I had to work
Okay.
very hard. So the hardest work in England was easy to me.
Okay.
Yes, yes. So that was it. They make our breakfast
Mm.
and carry to work with us. Until about 10 corned beef and cut it in four parts and carry work for 4 days. Like, 10 corned beef lasted me for 4 days. Make my sandwiches and so on. Until then, I have a canteen at work, and I decided to buy food from the canteen.
Yeah. Mm.
Yep, those were the days.
Yeah. What was it like in the army? Because you went and fought for this country, so
Well, the army, I was treated like any other soldier.
okay.
Any other soldier, we got on very well in the army.
In the army. Okay. Oh. Okay. Well, let me just see. I was saying to you about the Windrush generation, and you didn't think that you was part of that, but you are going to be 90 in a month. So you are part of the Windrush generation. How does it feel to be part of this generation that came and built up this country?
I don't give a fuck. I didn't even know I would build up country. I know that I get a job, and I was happy to work, and that was it. It was cold, especially working in Barbados, work on wooden houses. So you had to build a concrete necessarily. We had to make something called shuttering. Concrete shuttering is boxes to hold beams and columns and to form to make concrete how to put it. So make all the ones to be a bit of the concrete then.
Okay. Yeah. So what would your message be for the young people living in England today?
Well, they have it easy. Those that want to get on will get on. After they don't get on, I blame some of the parents. Because some of the parents never the Indians drive their children to for education, but some of the West Indians never make that effort. I know Chris made an effort to get Dorothy into university, but I'm not Dorothy. Chris made an effort to get you to go to Saturday school, I think he did, but you weren't interested.
But I went eventually. I got there. The race is not for the swift, but those who can endure it. So I went, Oh, well, that's a good ending anyway. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Anything else that you wanted to say that I didn't ask you about coming here?
Well, next thing that was very disappointing. As I said, there was no bath in the house. There was a bath in various districts. They had one in Paddington, had one in Shepherd Bush, they had one in Hammersmith. But the one I went to was the one in Campbell Green. Campbell Green was half a mile from where I was living. So I used to go there. If I finished work at 12 o'clock, 12:30, I'd get a bath that week. If I worked overtime, I worked at 4 o'clock, I do not get a bath there. And uh, when I get there and I had a bath, because black people's skins stand went back, skin the water, the, the thing the thing on the top was turned dark, a dark thing, so you could see it you could see it on the side of the bathtub.
Oh yes, yeah.
But English people, their skin doesn't have that kind of thing. So normally, whenever I go for a bath, and the water pour off, I just ask him to have a second one.
Okay.
So I give him another 6 months
Mm.
to have a second bath.
Gosh.
He was glad. He was glad because he get that 6 months to put in his pocket. Kind of there's a 6 months.
6 months, another extra penny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you should pay 10 months for soap and 6 months for water, and I think 10 months for the bath towel, which is very skinny. Yeah. So that was it. So every Saturday I'd be going on to Campbell Green to have my bath. There was a Jamaica had a bath in his house, but I didn't know him at the time.
Okay.
If not, I would never have gone to the bath thing, because you only have to pay a penny to get water hot. Because I had a geyser, you put a penny in the gas, you get enough water.
And it thing up the water.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Anyway, I'll probably cut there because our was just getting an essence of what it was like to come here, and also when you was in Reading. So we got a little bit of picture about that and your journey here, what that was like, and what work was like.
Well, so, I was lucky that I lived with my uncle.
Yes,
although
yes.
It's still not half of the accommodation is living in Barbados. In Barbados, you could sleep on the floor and be comfortable.
And be comfortable, of course, yes.
Yeah, you had to. Oh dear.
Yeah.
And oh dear, it wasn't nice.
It wasn't nice.
In the morning, I take my head from under the blanket, and the cold air hit me on my nose. I put back my head.
Oh,
put back my head under the sheet.
Oh, from your body reaction and your voice, I could feel that. Oh, yeah, you've come a long way indeed. Yeah, thank you. Okay.